You're welcome to another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Moduanyo Adelere. We want to appreciate all our viewers out there who are always staying glued to WYTV and our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. They deal with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flusher, Herbal Flusher Powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number 0701010859. Can as well be a sponsor or bring in your advert. Let's make your product known all to the whole wide world. And today, luckily, I will not be the only one doing the viewing alone. I am here in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochi Morillo, some of the prophetess, the man, wisdom, wicked. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching, all our viewers all over the world. Please keep on watching WYTV.
Thank you for joining me in the studio this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And you know how we do it on the show. We'll bring to you news that made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we talk on the one we feel we should talk about, but surprisingly, we will not be the only one talking. You can as well drop your own comments in the comment section while we'll talk and rub minds together. So on Punch newspaper this morning, we have import duty, bank plane grounded as federal government clamps down on private jets. No minimum wage may push states into bankruptcy, NGF report. Cholera hits Kirikiri prison, Katsina records 118 suspected cases. Nigeria Air Force helicopter crashes in Kaduna. On Vanguard newspaper we have federal government retirees grown under 230 billion naira pension arrears. Don't repeat Buhari'S mistake on appointment, Shehu Sani warns Tinubu. Nigeria will overcome economic challenges, Reverend Ajayi. Borno attack, don't turn northeast to the today after of terrorism, Atiku tells federal government. On Daily Post newspaper we have, treat cholera with same urgency as COVID-19, Falike to Nigerian government. Will not relent in fight against insurgency, Borno Deputy Governor. Police arrest man for stabbing friend to death over phone in Niger. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that commercial break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa. So without wasting much of our time, the first one here says, don't repeat Buhari'S mistake on appointment. Shehu Sani wants Tinubu.
Yes, I believe this is a good and welcome advice and idea to the president, because when you look at what happened last week recently at Borno about the bombing of those people who were in the wedding, let me tell you this: an angry man is an angry man.
Yeah.
Remember, this happened last year during the period of Goodluck Jonathan. Even despite the fact that there was no famine in the land then. This set of people that came out then was the art was to terrorize the government of Goodluck Jonathan, because you remember when Buhari want to come on board, he said if he doesn't win the election, that he's going to make the country ungovernable for him.
Even with the winning of the election, it was still unfavorable for us.
Now, when Buhari now came in, this same set of people, okay, let me say, when this government came in, a lot of people have been coming out to cry that there was hunger in the land, and which this government refused to yield to the yearning of the people. This same set of people that are going out bombing here and there, you know they are the Almajiris that doesn't have food to eat, that they can easily be persuaded, or
and
they
these
can
were
easily...
the things that the Emir of Kano then
Sanusi was trying to chip out.
And he was
that this same set of people, they don't have access to good education, so they can easily be brainwashed by those people that they feel they can bring them into terrorists and say, okay, go out there, this is a so amount of money I wait you, go and bomb yourself, you see that you come back to life.
A former Cardinal lawmaker Shehu Sani has warned President Tinubu not to make the mistake of his immediate predecessor Muhammadu Buhari on his appointment. He's saying this due to what Buhari did. His appointment, we believe, for a tenure, there are some set of people that should work with you, and the next tenure you should be able to reshuffle the house. But during the tenure of Muhammadu Buhari, it was straight 8 years. Even those that were removed from position, they see you 6 months on seat before evading
they removed that.
Their office. And Shehu Sani is coming out to tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to make the same mistake he made. And I think the two of them are the same party.
So they are of the same party.
There is no mistake anywhere. But I think in coming to appointments, reappointments, Tinubu is doing, should I say, is doing greatly well in removing and appointing. Yeah, he's doing well. Let me use the word he's doing well in removing and appointing. And once you just notice, even if in the House of Assembly and the House of Senate, if you just go there and you jam talk without thinking before you talk, you might be removed the following day. In the case of Nengi,
they can only be suspended. They can only suspend that person.
Suspension, indefinite suspension. Is it not the same thing as I am being suspended, I am not allowed to go to the house? What am I looking for? Definitely, I have been removed indirectly. So I think one thing is, ever since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board, he has been removing. Let's see the case of the former CBN governor, Emefiele. Ever since he has been removed, he has been going from court to court. And the aspect of all this Inspector General of Police, the Brigadier General of the, and all these people in the forces, they were removed, and another set of people were actually replaced. So when it comes to bringing in a new set of people, I think our President Muhammadu Buhari Tinubu is actually doing really good in that aspect. But don't be like your predecessor, like Shehu Sani said. Make sure you are actually shoveling, you are checking and balancing things. Yeah, Shehu Sani, I think he's indirectly saying this man is going to come for the second term.
Which the look of things, it depends on what they do, because I believe their work will surely speak for them.
I really hope it do.
Yes.
I really hope it does, because Nigeria is going through a tough time. The second one is we will not relent in fight against insurgency, but no deputy governor.
Yes, if they are not going to relent, I pray that God help them to tackle and to overcome insurgency in that stage. But one thing I want them to know, that Nigerians are hungry. According to what I said, this set of people are very easy to persuade.
Yeah, they are very easy to
manipulate. They are very easy. If this policy continues in the surface of the country, before you get to know, things might go wrong. You saw what happened in Kenya. Until now, they are still fighting the battle. Despite the fact that there was a court order for them to be able to use army to be able to combat it, at the end of the day, nothing has really changed. Them says that this youth, the youth of that, the Kenyan youth were so determined to the extent in which they said this is their right and they are ready to fight till their last breath. Do you know how many people that have died? Still, they refuse.
They are still counting.
They are still counting, so they refuse to move out from the streets. So
they believe those that died are actually sacrificing.
No, Governor, please, I will urge you to advise the federal government to at least to rethink about the famine and the hunger in the land. Recently, something happened in Ogun State where a rice farmer was killed right in his own farm by a suspected Fulani herdsman. And by now, nobody has been arrested. A case whereby people were scared of going to their farm. Yeah. How do you expect food to be surplus in the face of the country?
It can't be.
You know how many people that have been sacked from their village that they don't have access to their farm again, and the border has not been opened for food to come in. But let's think at the other side, that the set of people that were being denied of bringing or importing food into the land, can they be the one fueling this insecurity?
Yeah, that's it. If we say we should think it through, it might actually be, it might not be. So it's a case of maybe.
Do you know the Dangote came out recently to cry out that there are some set of people that are jeopardizing. The same set of people that they believe if Dangote refinery starts works today, there won't be any means for them to go out there to go and import diesel. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're trying to say.
So automatically they will try as much as possible to jeopardize the effort of those people that are trying to bring the country back to its shape.
The Deputy Governor of Borno State, Umar Kadafu, has said the fight against insurgency and terrorism must continue. Kadafu stated this when he visited victims of the Saturday suicide bomb blast in Gwaza, that is in Borno State. Daily Post recalls that the attack carried out by suspected female suicide bombers struck a wedding, a hospital, and a funeral in Gwaza, a town near the border with Cameroon. The State Police Public Relations Officer Naum Daso said on Sunday that 3 blasts took place on Saturday in Gwaza. The Deputy Governor condemned the attacks on the people, saying the perpetrators of the act took advantage of the laxity of vigilance by the people following the relatives' peace achieved in the state. He appealed to the people to be more vigilant and report any suspicious movement or persons they notice in their area to security personnel to avoid similar occurrences of the incident. He announced that the state government has settled the medical bills of the victim and is ensuring they receive adequate medical attention. Kadafu said the 42 victims were admitted to the hospital, adding that 2 people lost their lives while 16 people have been discharged. He said 24 were currently receiving treatment in the hospital. Sir, if we check the rate at which all these bandits, all these terrorists are operating, I think there is something spectacular about Borno State.
When you talk about something spectacular about Borno State, my brother, you see the fact still remains. When there is good provision from the federal government to the citizen of the country, why would you want to go into the act of terrorism?
Because the case of the Chibok girls,
when you talk about
it was in this same place.
The Chibok girls happened during the period of
Goodluck Jonathan. That's why I said there's something spectacular about
that
state.
You know, that place is very close to the border. When you talk about the states are very closer to the border. We have Ogun State is closer to the border, and we have not recorded such a case like that because the people are doing fine. When you look at those sides, those set of people that are in the act of terrorism, they are from the northern part of the country. Even the Fulani Axemen that happened, the Fulani Axemen crisis that happens all over the country, they are from the northern part of the country.
Sir, I beg to disagree on that.
Why?
I beg to disagree on that because recently when I traveled to Ibadan and along this Iseyin road going to Okeo and all that, some farmers were actually kidnapped right in their farm and they requested for a ransom of 50 million naira. At the end of the day, they were able to raise 5 million naira. When they got to the place, they were purely Yoruba.
Let me tell you this. How do we arrive into that? How do Yoruba people arrive into that? Based on the hunger in the land.
That's why I said
they venture into it because they believe the business that can fetch you money now today is by kidnapping. Who started it?
What I'm trying to say
Who started it?
What I'm trying to say is if they had not been apprehended, we would have concluded that they were Fulani men.
That's exactly the
so
point.
Mostly, though the people that orchestrated this were Fulani men. But if you look at it today now,
into it
is now as if it is
everybody
rising
now
more
turn
than
into
them.
business based on this. The first business for them to make money.
Just,
let me tell you this.
This morning.
If government have provided what the government should have provided for the citizen, who would have ventured into that?
Just this morning, about 20 people were kidnapped along Shagam Ijebu Road.
Let me tell you this. Look at our youth today. Based on that, most of them served. At the end of the day, they were able no job. Most of them went into cybercrime. I didn't say what they are doing was right.
Yeah.
Now this EFCC had to go to the extent after them. Okay, the money that was
collected from them.
This set of money was collected from this white men and women that this set of people do. Now the EFCC will go to the extent of collecting their money, seize their house, sell their house out, sell their cars out. What are they using the money for? Have they ever called those set of people that were being duped that we want to make a refund of your money to you?
They don't do that.
Who else is carrying the money? They are the ones.
The last but not the least, cholera hits Kirikiri prison. Katsina records 118 suspected cases. But before we go into the body of this news, I said earlier that it is actually a company that is actually sponsoring this program, and that is Nokpa Abals. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Nokpa for management of park.
Yeah, welcome back from our short commercial break. So I said before we went on that break, cholera hits Kirikiri prison. Katsina records 118 suspected cases.
Well, I believe the federal government are doing all their best to fight this issue of cholera. These are some of those things that we are taking. If the government has done the needful, when you go to America, they provide good electricity, they provide good water. In the face of Lagos State, when last did you experience good water? When last did you get good water from your house? Nothing like that. We citizens that lives that stays in Lagos here, most of the citizens that stays in Lagos here pay their tax. Yes. What is the purpose of the tax that they were paying? They are not utilizing it.
Somebody even said, that is funny, I think one of the House of Representatives members said the government should take cholera case serious, just the way they took the COVID-19 case serious. We know COVID-19 was just a way of embezzling money and all that.
Money is
but
a way
now,
that makes them to embezzle money.
Seeing cholera, we know cholera has been in ages. Cholera has been, it's a yearly disease that outbreaks and causes lots of damages. So if we use the strength that we used that was 2020 during the COVID-19 to tackle this cholera case, I think we won't be getting new cases. Exactly. Now, a whole Kirikiri prisons where there are inmates, they even sleep together, share things together. At the end of the day, now cholera actually broke into that place. How do they want to survive? They should not forget that not all of them are condemned criminals. I remember when
ex-president Obasanjo was jailed, and when he came out, he said, if he had known during his military regime that he would have reconstructed the prison all over the country. But when he came out to become the president, I believe nothing was done because
he has forgotten he said something like that.
Most of our leaders today, don't forget that most of you will still go back to that. You go to that Kirikiri because of what you are doing today. Another government will come and begin to drag you people of what you are doing today. So whatever you do today will surely speak
will be said of you tomorrow. The Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, on Sunday disclosed that 25 cases of severe gastroenteritis confirmed to be caused by cholera were reported at Kirikiri Medium Security Prison. I think Buhari'S is in this prison, no?
Yes.
The development was against the claim by the Nigerian Correctional Service on Wednesday, June 26, 2024, that the custodial center nationwide were free of cholera. The NCOS spokesperson Buhari'S, speaking with the Punch, has stated that the routine hygienic measures put in place in the correctional center had helped to kick cholera out. However, in a statement on Sunday, signed by the Director of Public Affairs, Lagos State Ministry of Health, Tubo Songubao, the commissioner reported a small outbreak of 25 cases of severe confirmed to be caused by cholera. He said other medical and environmental measures had been implemented successfully. I can't just imagine calling 25 people small. Even if it is 2, you can't call it small. This is the lives of people we are talking about. I said something. I said, don't forget that not all of them are condemned criminals.
Yes.
Some are dead that they've not even had their verdict. They've not had their judgment.
That's the condition we find ourselves in.
How did we get here?
You see, in a case, we have many cases like that. You remember a man that was being released recently that spent 26 years in prison for an offense that he did not commit. All because he was asked to pay some certain amount of money to the policeman to free him. And he refused, and he could not raise the money. That was how he been jailed. You see, I believe that one day things will surely work well for this country when the youth take the responsibility of this country. As the man was released, if the country has been the country where you can find justice, those set of policemen should be brought back to book if they are still alive.
Yeah.
They should be brought back to face what the man has faced for good 25 years.
All right, we've come to the end of the show today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our YouTube at WY Wisdom Yard Online Television. You can as well join the WhatsApp community by dialing the number 0701010859. With that number, you can as well send a DM. You can be a sponsor for the shows and as well bring in your advert. Want to appreciate our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas, for always staying through. Thank you, Ambassador Lura, for joining. So we'll come again on your screen. I'm saying Odunwayo Adelere saying goodbye. Happy New Month once again. Bye for now.